An ancient and mysterious ship was moving silently over the deep and dark waters. On the deck of the ship, the sailors had looks of fear. One storm night, the ship suddenly plunged into the fog and disappeared. A few hours later, the ship suddenly appeared, but it had now turned into a ghost ship. Everyone inside the ship felt that the ship was cursed. Rumors were circulating among the sailors that strange and disturbing events were taking place on the ship. Some claimed that shadows were wandering around the ship and strange sounds were heard. Others felt like a presence inside the ship was watching them. However, the most frightening thing was that someone on the ship disappeared. One night, everyone on the ship fell into a deep sleep. However, a sailor who heard a strange whisper inside the ship woke up and started wandering around the ship. While wandering the corridors, a shadow suddenly appeared and began to chase the sailor. Out of breath, the sailor began to run away, but the shadow followed him and dragged him into a dark room. The room was old and ruined, with mysterious symbols and strange writings around it. The sailor was forced to confront the shadow and learned the shadow's true identity. The shadow was the ghost of the ship's cursed captain, and everyone on the ship was haunted by an evil spirit. The sailor gathered the courage to fight the shadow and came up with a plan to break the ship's curse. He woke up the other sailors and they started moving towards the lower level of the ship. However, along the way, they were attacked by dark beings in the corridors and rooms of the ship. As the sailors descended deeper into the ship, the darkness grew thicker and the mysterious beings became more aggressive. However, the sailors moved forward with determination and eventually reached the bottom floor of the ship. There, they encountered the ghost of the cursed captain and prepared to confront him. In the middle of a battle, sailors battled the ghost of the cursed captain. With their courage and determination, they managed to defeat the spirit of the cursed captain, and the ship's curse ended. When the ship's curse ended, the sailors breathed a sigh of relief and celebrated by hugging each other. Now the ship was safe and the dark spirits no longer ruled the ship. The sailors abandoned the ship and sailed towards a new life under a sunny sun. However, the scars of the frightening adventures they had on the ship were still on them. The ship's cursed past and dark secrets would remain in the sailors' minds forever. Even though they set sail towards a new life, the secrets of the dark waters and the story of the cursed ship would never leave them. Once the ship's curse was over, the sailors began searching every corner on the ship. They examined the rooms full of old notebooks, maps, and documents one by one. Each document offered a new clue to the ship's history. One day, they discovered a locked room on the top floor of the ship. The room was closed off by a rusty door, and when they entered, what appeared to be a maze filled with old notebooks and mysterious objects surrounded them. The sailors gathered their courage and continued their search in the room. Among the old notebooks, they found a diary written by the ship's captain. The diary shed light on the ship's cursed past and dark secrets. The origin of the ship's curse was a search for a long-lost treasure. While searching for treasure, the ship's captain unleashed an ancient curse. This curse left everyone on the ship in the clutches of an evil spirit, and the ship was cursed forever. The sailors had to confront the cursed past of the ship. However, the mysterious details revealed by the documents frightened them even more. However, they gathered their courage and came up with a plan to end the ship's curse. They went down to the lower level of the ship and decided to confront the ghost of the cursed captain. They moved forward with determination and eventually encountered the ghost of the cursed captain. In the middle of a battle, sailors battled the ghost of the cursed captain. With their courage and determination, they managed to defeat the spirit of the cursed captain, and the ship's curse ended. When the ship's curse ended, the sailors breathed a sigh of relief and celebrated by hugging each other. Now the ship was safe and the dark spirits no longer ruled the ship. The sailors abandoned the ship and sailed towards a new life under a sunny sun. However, the scars of the frightening adventures they had on the ship were still on them. The ship's cursed past and dark secrets would remain in the sailors' minds forever. Even though they set sail towards a new life, the secrets of the dark waters and the story of the cursed ship would never leave them. Of course, here's an even longer version of the story. In the small coastal town of Shorehaven, young Timothy, a bright-eyed 10-year-old, spent his summer days frolicking along the sandy shores with his father. The rhythmic crashing of the waves against the coastline filled him with a sense of wonder and curiosity that seemed boundless. One particularly scorching afternoon, as the sun beat down relentlessly upon the golden sands, Timothy found himself captivated by the endless expanse of the cerulean sea stretching out before him. "Dad, why don't we explore further out into the ocean?" he queried, his voice tinged with excitement and a hint of trepidation. His father, a sturdy and weathered man with a kind smile, cast a thoughtful glance towards the horizon before replying, "Ah, Timothy, the sea is a vast and mysterious place, filled with wonders and dangers alike. We must always respect its power and majesty." But Timothy's adventurous spirit refused to be quelled. One morning, driven by an insatiable curiosity, he embarked on a solo journey into the deep blue unknown, leaving behind the safety of the shore. With each stroke, he felt a surge of adrenaline course through his veins, propelling him ever closer to the enigmatic depths that beckoned him. As he ventured further from the safety of the coastline, Timothy's surroundings began to transform. The once familiar sights and sounds of the shoreline faded away, replaced by an eerie stillness that hung heavy in the air. Yet, undeterred by the ominous atmosphere, he pressed on, drawn inexorably towards the unknown. Suddenly, a faint glimmer caught Timothy's eye, a faint, otherworldly light shimmering in the darkness below. Intrigued and emboldened by the sight, he dove beneath the surface, descending deeper and deeper into the murky depths. As he descended into the abyss, Timothy's heart quickened with anticipation, his mind awash with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Strange shapes and shadows flitted past him in the darkness, their forms twisted and distorted by the depths of the ocean. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Timothy found himself standing before a towering edifice that loomed ominously before him. A decrepit circus tent, its faded canvas billowing in the currents of the sea. With a sense of foreboding, he stepped through the tattered entrance, his pulse quickening with each passing moment. Inside, the air was thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the faint echo of his footsteps reverberating off the walls. The corridors stretched out before him like a labyrinth, twisting and turning into the unknown depths of the building. As Timothy ventured further into the heart of the circus, he was greeted by a chilling sight, a shadowy figure, its form obscured by the darkness that enveloped it. Though fear threatened to consume him, he stood his ground, his gaze steady and unwavering. The figure regarded Timothy with a sense of solemnity, its voice a low, rumbling whisper that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the ocean. "What brings you to this place, young traveler?" it intoned, its words laden with a weighty significance. With a trembling voice, Timothy recounted his journey into the depths of the sea, his quest for knowledge and understanding driving him ever onward. "I seek answers," he declared, his voice tinged with a mixture of determination and uncertainty. "Answers to questions that have haunted me since the dawn of time." The figure regarded Timothy with a sense of quiet contemplation, its form shifting and coalescing in the darkness. "We are the guardians of forgotten dreams, the keepers of ancient secrets," it murmured, its voice a soft, melodic whisper that echoed through the corridors of the circus. "We hold within us the fears and desires of those who dare to seek us out." With a sense of clarity that seemed to pierce through the darkness, Timothy realized that the answers he sought lay not in the depths of the ocean, but within the recesses of his own heart. With a newfound sense of purpose, he bid farewell to the shadowy figure, his resolve strengthened by the knowledge that he carried with him the power to shape his own destiny. Emerging from the circus, Timothy found himself bathed in the warm glow of the sun, its golden rays casting a sense of warmth and tranquility upon the world around him. Though his journey had been fraught with danger and uncertainty, he emerged from the depths of the ocean with a newfound sense of purpose and resolve. In the days and weeks that followed, Timothy's adventures took him to the farthest reaches of the globe, each journey a testament to his indomitable spirit and unyielding courage. Though the memory of his encounter with the shadowy figure lingered in the back of his mind, He found solace in the knowledge that he had faced his fears and emerged stronger for it. As he stood once more upon the sandy shores of Shorehaven, the crashing of the waves against the coastline filled Timothy's heart with a sense of peace and contentment. For though the ocean held many mysteries, he knew that the greatest adventure of all lay within the depths of his own soul. And so, with a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken, Timothy embarked on the next chapter of his journey, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with courage and determination. Once upon a time, in the mystical realm of Eldoria, there existed a kingdom of unparalleled beauty known as Everglade. Nestled amidst lush forests and shimmering lakes, Everglade was a land of magic and wonder, where fantastical creatures roamed freely and tales of heroism were woven into the very fabric of its existence. But one fateful day, a shadow fell upon the kingdom. Darkness descended upon Everglade in the form of the malevolent sorcerer, Morgrim. With his legions of twisted minions, Morgrim sought to plunge the kingdom into eternal night and enslave its inhabitants for all eternity. As the land fell into despair and the people trembled in fear, whispers of a prophecy began to spread. It was said that a chosen one, a young heroine of unparalleled courage and unwavering resolve, would rise to challenge the darkness and restore light to the kingdom. And so, the fate of Everglade came to rest upon the shoulders of a humble farm girl named Aurora. Aurora had always harbored dreams of adventure and heroism, but she never imagined that she would be called upon to fulfill such a monumental destiny. With nothing but her wits and her trusty companion, a spirited unicorn named Stardust, by her side, Aurora embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of darkness. Their quest took them through enchanted forests teeming with mythical creatures, treacherous mountain passes shrouded in mist, and ancient ruins haunted by the echoes of the past. Along the way, they faced countless trials and tribulations, testing their courage and determination at every turn. But Aurora refused to be swayed by doubt or despair. With each obstacle they overcame, her resolve only grew stronger, fueled by the unwavering belief that she was destined for greatness. And as they drew ever closer to their final confrontation with Morgrim, Aurora knew that the fate of Everglade rested in her hands. At last, they reached the dark citadel where Morgrim lay in wait, surrounded by his legions of darkness. With Stardust at her side and her heart filled with courage, Aurora confronted the sorcerer in a battle that would determine the fate of the kingdom. The battle raged on for what seemed like an eternity, with spells of light clashing against waves of darkness. But in the end, it was Aurora's indomitable spirit that emerged victorious. With a final burst of strength, she vanquished Morgrim and banished the darkness from Everglade forever. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the people of Everglade emerged from their homes to find their kingdom bathed in the warm glow of the sun once more. And there, standing amidst the ruins of the dark citadel, was Aurora, the heroine who had saved them all. From that day forth, Aurora's name would be spoken of in hushed tones as the savior of Everglade, a beacon of hope in a world once shrouded in darkness. And though her adventure had come to an end, her legend would live on for generations to come, a testament to the power of courage, friendship, and the indomitable human spirit. But Aurora's journey was far from over. With Everglade restored to its former glory, she and Stardust set out once more, embarking on new adventures and spreading the light of hope to every corner of Eldoria. Together, they would face new challenges, forge new alliances, and prove that even the darkest of shadows could be vanquished by the light of courage and determination. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Aurora and Stardust rode off into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. For wherever there was darkness, they knew that the light of hope would always shine bright.